Hello my gorgeous guys and dolls. As you see, I'm wearing the exact same thing as I was yesterday because I've packed everything. So I only meant to stay the last night, and that was last night, and I stayed with my honey. And I'm feeling a bit bittersweet over the whole situation because even though, being a dancer is not my dream career, it's still what I do now, and it's still much easier living right around the corner from my workplace. But the money that I'll be saving is more worth it and more beneficial, and the freedom I have is obviously incomparable. So I have decided to move in with my friends, and they are slightly like southeast, so it's like a 15 to 20 minute drive to Prana, which isn't so bad either. As long as it's not half an hour 45, I'm really happy anyway. My mum talked some sense into me. I mean, I was getting so many like different opinions and all these people giving me varied advice, and I was so uber stressed out the last 2 days because moving in general is always stressful anyway, but I was just super stressed because I did really want to stay here, but then long term didn't benefit me, and I didn't want to be in a position where I would have to find a tenant to take over my lease. Then they have to pass the background check and pass the credit check, and it's just another hassle to think about. And I was also afraid that what if I can't find someone in time when I want to leave, because I do need to go back to my parents when the course starts. I wasn't even thinking about the course. The course requires work every day, and just living and working here, there's just no way I could do that every day. So I might as well just take up my parents' offer and just come back home, so I could really, really just focus on the course. So I'm not going to go back for too long. I'm going to go back for like a few months while the course. So while I'm here, I have two things that I want to show you. How many orchids did I have? I had like 5 different orchids. One came in like a triple set. You guys saw how the huge ones. They did not survive. It's funny how each orchid is different. This is the Foster that I've been taking care of for my friend. Her ex gave it to her, so I'm not sure if she really wants it anymore, but she is flourishing in my care, and I've done a great job with her. I kept her in bark. This is new media bark. Like, she came in this gross bark, and she was kind of dying when she was handed to me, and I switched it to the bark mixture. It has like charcoal, calcium, what is it called, calcite or something. It's like this white crunchy stuff. It's supposed to have calcium in it, and I water her like once every 2 to 3 days because it's very arid in Vegas, and that's why she'd have like split leaves. She feels great right now because I switched her, since I have the the oil diffuser. Obviously I don't put oil in there, but I put water in there right beside her, and she really likes that. She is growing new roots. Let me see if I can show you. Really, really exciting. There you can see a root in there. This was actually this was the first sprout that came. Before it was just these 3. So this was actually a tiny little blade at one point, and now look the size of her. I'm trying to prevent her from splitting too much. And then this is the newest one, and she's just doing so well. You can see that there are more roots. You see those green bits? The roots are starting to get new like nibs on them, and there's another root growing right there. And then I think I see a possible spike right there. I don't know if you can see it, but really exciting. So she should be in bloom by next year. And throughout the roots inside, she's just doing really, really well. Her leaves are hard and they are plump, and she's doing well. She needs to be watered, once every 2 days, and that means I just put her in a sink and I soak her for like sometimes half an hour to an hour, only right below the crown. And I make sure that all the bark gets wet. There's also some lava rock in there as well. some lava rocks. So she's doing really well. In contrast, this is my own orchid. I thought I was gonna lose her, and then she started sprouting a new leaf. And then there's another little blade of leaf in there. So this one refuses to die. I tried everything with her. I tried so many things and she was dying, and I just feel like she had a really weak root system in the beginning when I got her. Sometimes it's inevitable, no matter what you do, you're going to lose them. This one's a little survivor though, let me tell you. She's got a new root coming in. And a person from the Orchid Forum suggested cinnamon water when they were in this condition, and it's not affected her negatively at all. She's doing quite well. So I'm going to keep doing that and see how that is, probably to prevent more rot from happening, because there is rot, but then there are also new like nubs coming in for her roots. So I'm really excited, and I really want her to survive, so I'm going to try. My new room is probably similar to this size of room. It's a different shape for sure. The cool thing is though, I mean, negative side, one small window. Positive side, it's not going to be as hot. Negative, I don't have my bathroom inside the room. That's like an absolute must for me normally. But as my mother said, as Mumsy's advice goes, it's all temporary. She told me not to get too attached to any place, because right now my life is not here. Like, this is not my career. I'm working to be a lawyer, and I need to do that first and foremost. Yeah, I still love acting, this and that, but this law thing has been weighing on my head. I'm not going to be able to concentrate and focus on anything until I get this over and done with. And, you know, I can always act on the side, but this needs to happen now, because I've been procrastinating and I've been putting this off far too long. So I'm really determined to really do this year, and this is the perfect timing. I have just enough time right now, a little more than enough time to just really get my head down and start studying. I think also, even though I'm so convenient and so close to everything, I think it's one of the reasons why I can't focus too, is because I'm so accessible. My friends are always like, come out, come do this, come do that. And because I'm so close to everything, I'm like, sure. But because I'll be a little farther out, I probably won't be as inclined to keep going out as much as I do. So it's not like I go out and party, but I'm very social. I usually go to lunch every day with Michael, or we go to a movie, we go hang out. It's very, very social. I go, you know, have happy hour with my friends and have a drink or two and enjoy the food and the company, and, you know, just enjoy the sun. And yeah, that's not so great either. So at least I had a taste of what it's like to live in such a central location and had the privilege to be so close to everything. I don't know what's going to happen after I take the bar exam. I still want to come back here and go back to Prana and work until I sort myself out, but I really need to get this bar exam out of the way, and I know my parents will be much happier and not worry so much about me, because I'll be really like qualified and they don't have to worry about the next step. It's just really just me finding a job after that. It's really scary being a millennial, bloody 30 something, and still not knowing what the fuck to do. But my generation, as you guys know, it's not the same as my parents' generation, like baby boomers or whatever. It was so different for them. It just seems like everyone I know from their like mid-20s to their mid-30s are struggling, to their late 30s are like, you know, really trying to figure themselves out. The 30s is really a time where like no one's having kids, no one's like really settling down. Everyone's just trying to be happy and find their passions and find themselves and find their careers. And it's quite a confusing and frustrating time. But I read this quote by one of my friends on Instagram. It said something like, you know, we have this whole ideology about how you're not successful unless you really like have this like kind of set way of living, like, and that's the lifestyle that you see on Instagram, like have a private jet, So I mean, it doesn't, of course anything's possible, but it makes us less satisfied with our lives when we keep seeing that and we keep comparing Like, of course we can get anywhere we want, but we should be able to be satisfied and happy when we're not at that stage yet. So that's my journey now, so you guys know what's going on with me. I'll probably stay with my friend for a couple of months and then I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna sell my Chrysler Sebring. It's done me well, but I really miss my Mini, and my parents are keeping my Mini back home for me so I can bring it back out to the West after. I just want to show you guys a quick what's in my bag. I know I did this reveal a few days ago, but I've been using her every day now for like what, under a week. Oh gosh, I love it. So right now I've just got an empty mono insulated cup because I'm going to Starry Bee and gonna get my usual because yeah, I need it. I need my Java chip. I haven't had that Java chip in like over a week, so I'm kind of craving. I've got my wet brush. I absolutely love my wet brush. I just brush my hair all the time now, and it's so good for my scalp and my hair and blood circulation and root stimulation. Just love it. You should always brush your hair. Especially for girls with long hair like me, you need to keep that shit intact or it's just gonna get really messy. I'm, you know, suffering through my sacrificial baby lamb month. So yeah, tampones, got my tampons. My electronics media case. I'm keeping my Sabat earbuds that are doing very well. They're waterproof, by the way. I dropped them in the pool and I freaked out and I was like, oh my God. And they were like under there for a while. And then I'm like, oh, they still work. And then I read they're waterproof. I'm like, oh, wow. And yeah, so I keep my phone charger and my earbuds in this case. And I'm using this bigger one. This is it, you guys. I am here in my room. This is my last day here. I'm due to move out in like another day, but I basically got rid of 98% of my stuff already from this room. I'm gonna miss having my own bathroom with a lovely window. I have to get that. I just love these apartments. This is the small, it's not the smallest, but one of the smaller rooms, but it's still quite a good size. This is probably the second largest room in this unit, and there's one slightly larger than mine, but it's not really, it's different shape, it's different size, but the other one has a larger bathroom and a larger walk-in closet. So I still have my ring light because I wanted to make one more vlog before I leave. I'm taking my chair, I'm taking my lamp, of course. I'm taking my night table, of course. I love these 3 pieces. These are the only pieces of furniture I personally have purchased and have owned ever. Here's a view from my room. This is my laundry basket. So my boyfriend's coming over for a nap right now because he's really tired. So I've left the duvet and the sheets on for now. And I'm gonna wrap all that up and put it in my felt laundry hamper. And then this stuff to the car. There's my Dyson, I just finished vacuuming. There's my, kind of like a Swiffer jet kind of thing. Here's the hallway. There's my shoe rack, I should remember to take that. I'm just gonna bring everything in so I don't forget it. Like for student accommodation, this is quite amazing. Huge laundry area. I'm taking my laundry stuff as well. This is the hallway. Another bedroom in there. That one's the one that's slightly larger than mine. Here's the living room. Overlooks the pool area. That's where I am all the time. There's my babies that I'm taking with me. Got those things left as well. So I'm just gonna get Mariana to help me bring all that stuff. And then there's 2 smaller bedrooms. Those are quite small at the end. And the other room isn't that much larger. Maybe a foot or 2 in square feet. But I love that. This is the only room that has 2 large windows. Most of the rooms in the complex have 1. But then again, because of the 2 windows, it's the warmest room. So that was kind of a setback, that this room was always a few degrees warmer than the rest of the house. Quite a bit warmer, actually. So, yeah.